right? Here's what I think we get something wrong a little bit in Christian culture is we frame the gospel as solely being about us restoring our relationship with God. And don't get me wrong, that is the primary issue that the gospel addresses. We have sinned from the fall. Adam and Eve sinned, and because they sinned, their relationship between God was torn. But the gospel is God sent Jesus to die on the cross, to take on our death, to take on our punishment, and because of that, our relationship can now be restored. Don't get me wrong, that is the primary issue of the gospel. But also tied within the gospel is not only our relationship with God being restored, but it's our relationship with each other being restored as well. In Adam and Eve, the first relationship that we see severed is actually not God and Adam. It's actually Adam and Eve. Was the first relationship that we see severed. Adam and Eve, it describes them as being naked and unashamed between each other. And then after they ate the fruit, what happened? Their eyes were open, they realized they were naked, and they clothed themselves. Where before they were completely open and unhindered between each other, they now had walls between each other. They now had to hide parts of themselves from each other. Not only our relationship with God was severed, but our relationship with people was severed from the fall. Jesus illustrates the gospel beautifully in this when the Pharisees came up to Jesus in the New Testament and they asked him, "Hey Jesus, what is the greatest commandment of all the commandments? What is the greatest one?" He says this. He says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind." But he doesn't end there. Then he says, and here's the second one. They didn't ask for a second one, but he said, here's the second one. Love your neighbor as yourself. And then Jesus communicates, all of the law and all the prophets can be summed up in this. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. In other words, restore your relationship with God. Restore your relationship with others. That's the gospel. We can't separate it out. And so the Bible, I believe, ever since this statement with Cain where he says, "Am I my brother's keeper?" I believe the Bible is answering that question and saying, yes, you are your brother's keeper. Yes, you do have a responsibility to care for the people around you.